was not very much confident to write anthropology answers. Sir's philosophy was to see the tough questions as an opportunity. Basically, he is acting like your big brother than a teacher. In Nataraj Sir's test series, all the things are led by Sir. Nataraj Sir would exactly know what's your strength and what's your weakness. Hello, friends. My name is Rajul. I am from Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. This is my mains 2024 is my first mains. About the association with Nataraj Sir, I am his student. I enrolled in his anthropology foundation class in 2022. Then 2023, I was associated with his test series, but because of some reasons, I couldn't finish it. Mainly, the test series that I utilized from Nataraj Sir was between this prelims and mains. Also, since I was his foundation ka student, so every now and then some tips for the prelims was also given by Sir. Besides that, after the prelims or examination, when I qualified the prelims, I enrolled in GS test series and anthropology test series with Sir. So we can say, I think you can say that my whole of my mains preparation is under the mentorship of Nataraj Sir only. Yeah. The most important thing is the personalized guidance that Sir provided. Because there is a lot of things to cover in this duration between prelims to mains, so it is highly likely that you go off track. You may prioritize wrong things. So I think in the test series, what Sir used to do is like we used to have a daily calls, and this he used to take the follow-ups, like what's the status, what you are up to, what you are finishing, and what's your target. So this whole process on the daily basis, consistently over the period of 3 months, this helped me to keep my preparation on track and prioritize the right things and be very much result oriented during this whole time period. As I was already Sir's foundation batch student, so as far as the coverage is concerned for the topic and the understanding wala part was already done before the test series only. I had the basic understanding of all the topics, be it from bio, socio-cultural, tribals, etc. Also, we were constantly in touch with writing the answers as a daily assignments in the class, during the class. So the basic structure of the answers were also fine for me, like the introduction and the emphasis on conclusion, the impactful conclusions. I think was not a very big problem for me. But there is always a scope of improvement. So when I took the test series, various other things that I came for instance, I had a problem that I used to write very less in my first page, and in the second page, with that surge of thoughts and all, I used to write a lot in the second page. So there was not a balance in my answers. So during the test series, this thing improved. Also, the number of dimensions that I used to give was little less. So besides that, there was also a linkage between the paper 1 and paper 2. That is also important while writing the answers. So that improved because of the intense writing practice that we did during the test series. Also, very specific things. For example, the bio questions used to be very technical, whatever they ask, be it genetic counseling or biochemical methods and whatever it is. But in the end, we have to write a significant portion, how it is affecting humans, and that will give the anthropological bent to those bio answers. So Sir helped me in creating those extra points. For example, the significance of whatever the topic you're writing answer on. So what's the significance of it? What is relevance of it in the current time? So that which helped you to fetch the extra marks also. So yeah, these are the few small things which are actually which creates a lot of difference in creating the marks. So these things improve during the test series. the feedbacks that sir gave were like very personalized, very much oriented to reduce your weakness. It will be very much directed, like whatever mistakes you are doing, pinpointed mistakes are being highlighted, and also your strengths are being highlighted, which you can build upon. Uh, this is about the personalized feedback. Besides that, the value addition that sir gave are like very elaborative. Uh, Lots of scholars that sir used to give, lots of dimensions are given in the value addition, which helps to differentiate your answers and make it more anthro oriented. For example, if you get the question of say industrialization, so we used to read a lot of uh, industrial civilization in our prelims and mains also. So there's high tendency that we write a very generic answer. So because of those value addition that sir gave, uh, we have a very much specific scholarly perspectives that we have over these topics. For instance, the maritime trade के लिए we have scholars like Potts and Neiland who talked about the various communities which facilitate the trade between the industrial civilization and Mesopotamia. So these are the things which Sir gave during this value addition wala thing, which helps really to make your answer stand out. Uh, One other example is like when you write the questions like on NGO or something. So in that case, Sir gave lots of Nataraj Sir gives lot of this case studies. For instance, the NGOs of like Raksh Foundation or the Dilasa or Anvesha, etc. So it adds the specificities to the answers, which helps you score better than the other competitors. So yeah, this is the thing which was there in the value addition. Besides that, these value additions are also very much holistic, which helps you to craft the answers, which for the questions that are very much unseen, very much new in the examination hall. So these value additions not only helpful for the specific questions of the test series, but these value additions are also helpful in making the answers in the examination hall, the unseen questions sort of thing, where you can write whatever you know. Besides, also there are also scholars that you can pick up from those value additions and the dimensions also. So this was one thing, and one of the very much important thing which I found is that the conclusion. The sir used to give a lot of focus on the conclusion thing, because it is the most crucial thing, introduction and conclusion. Nataraj Sir used to provide specific templates, some things for various topics, like for theories or some maybe for bio. He used to give some templates where you can think about a conclusion in a very much time stressed wala scenario. You have that template in your mind, you can craft a good conclusion even in the time pressure. So yeah, these are the things which helped from the feedbacks and the validation that are provided. One more important aspect of the feedbacks is that the feedbacks that sir gave, the validation that he gave, is in the PDF, that the answer only. In those margins, sir used to give the feedbacks with the red pen or something, like text are written in red. So your answer sheet will be filled with the red text of value addition and the feedbacks right beside the answer that you already written. So it helps you to exactly know what extra thing you need to add to your answer. Yeah, this is the most important thing. Unlike the other things where we have a separate PDF where the whole synopsis is given, you tend to unlearn your basic answer, then you try to learn the nuances. But here what we have is in those margins, we have the exactly what we require. Retention for anthropological concepts was actually a fun part of the test series. What generally used to happen is like in this prelims to mains wala period, it is very stressful, and this could be like really detrimental for your productivity, because there's a lot of stress and lonely journey. You have to just lock yourself in a room and you're studying. So when it comes to this retention wala part, what we used to do is sir used to quiz us, like used to give the target, and we used to have quiz sessions Sir used to have like on call, we have random quiz, like whatever you have validation or whatever the answers you have written, uh, have you internalized it or something, just to for the check, for checking it like in a fun way. We used to have the quiz sessions. Also, there are things which are like very much factual, like the scholar's name, various methods and all. So for that, sir also used to provide the various mnemonics. Like lots of time it happens that you are sitting with sir on a call and you both are brainstorming like for the mnemonics. So this was a fun part, and which also helped to do the retention better. Uh, Besides that, we used to create a lot of short notes for the last minute revision, which is very much very helpful for the examination. Whatever you're reading like 1 or 2 days before the exam, it definitely goes into the paper because of that short-term memory. So yeah, that was the retention of the thing. And besides that, we have while writing the FLTs. After writing the examination for the test, we have to write the FLTs. We ourselves have to sit after writing the test to maybe with a red pen or something. We have to map like whatever scholars we are able to bring in, what extra improvements, what can be done. Like you have to self-evaluate your copy, like where you stand. Then above that, sir also gave lots of feedback on those answers. So yeah, this was a thing where that cemented the concepts in your brain, uh, the value additions, the specificities, the scholars. So yeah, this is the retention for the test. Retention was very much impactful in this test series. So addressing the first part about the mentorship for the program, I would say I would use the term keystone for this mentorship thing, because my whole preparation was revolved around this mentorship only. Sir used to provide the. I did not plan a lot what I have to read, what when I have to read, what topic I have to pick up. So these things were like tailor made by sir for me. Maybe uh, they were given in a timetable. So my whole preparation was around those mentorship sessions only. So yeah, this was the mentorship. Besides that, there was the second part is about the personalized guidance that's provided. So these guidance were like personalized in a way that Nataraj sir would exactly know what's your strength and what's your weakness. Actually, for instance, with me, I was uh, better in drawing the diagrams. So my diagrams turn out well. So sir addressed this thing, and he noticed this thing, and he asked me to practice more diagrams and incorporate more diagrams in your answers, because that was my strength. Uh, Bigger diagrams in the bio, maybe in tools and skulls. So this was my strength, and sir tried to build upon it. So this is an example. I'm just saying how personalized guidance that's provided. After that, about the approachability that you have, like during this whole time, like during the test series, during this mentorship program. So this I can describe uh, by like 1 or 2 incidents that I have. Like before writing, what I used to do, like my test series, I was not very much uh, the concepts was not very much familiar. So initial tests were like open book for me. So when it comes to the FLT test, I was not very much confident to write anthropology answers without seeing. Like the closed book answer writing is quite a task for me, and I was like really low on confidence. So before the first FLT, I just what, like it was like 11 or 12 in the night or something. I just called him, ki, sir, it's not happening. Like I cannot write the test tomorrow. But I think that is the point. Like I remember that call went for like 1 1.5 hours, and that he what he did is like that was a complete attitude change in that call. Like he was like, what he just told ki how important writing the test to remove that fear from your mind. So for that sake, you have to write the test. So I think that helped. That is the approachability, and like I'm saying, even in the odd hours, sir was like present. Even 2 3 days, 2 3 weeks before the examination, sir gave the clear instructions that I am 24/7 present for this for you. Like you can like just call me at any time. So it was like really surprising also, and that also gave me the confidence that sir is there to back me up, even in any time of the day. So yeah, there are like lots of advice that sir gave during the preparation, but some of the like very much specific advice were like during this 3 months, like it's very difficult to maintain the balance between preparing for your GS and your optional. So, Nataraj Sir's advice helped me to have a distinction between these two subjects, GS and anthropology, and which also helped me to prioritize like how to read these things. For instance, uh, after writing the few tests for GS, I was low on confidence that I am not able to craft a very good answer. But then sir told ki GS ka answer you can still write something about it, because it's like very specifically told ki this GS is like 12th class knowledge you need and current affairs knowledge you need, while for the anthropology you need at least college level knowledge. So it would be more difficult to write the anthropology questions. So even if you are low on GS, you still have to very mindfully allot time for GS and give more time to anthropology. So this is the advice that helped me to keep in touch with anthro besides performing not very good in GS. So this is one thing which I think is very much helpful. Also, sir gave one philosophy of sir used to give the philosophy of karma yoga. He used to say. So I used to feel very much reluctant for writing the FLTs uh, because I did not have lots of content in my head. I was difficult for it was difficult to cram so much. So you remain very much low in confidence and you want to learn more than to write. So sir asked me even if you can't pick the whole 3 hours ka test, you just pick one block like 10 markers ka question, five questions of 10 markers you pick, or two 15 markers and 120 markers question you pick. You write 10 pages, you pick one block by one block and focus on the volume wala part. Like somehow you have to uh, put in those volume of papers that you're writing. So this is the advice which helped me. Also, the benefit of this was that I was in constant touch with the writing. So this also helped me to finish my paper. Like that helped me to be on toes while writing the paper. I did not left the practice of writing for the sake of cramming, because like it used to happen like you focus more on cramming, but you left writing practice. So this is the advice that helped me uh, for the sir. So the test series that I enrolled with sir, they are like all online test series only. Foundation classes also I took online. So what I found is the online test series and the classes were like much more beneficial, better than the offline one, because I could save a lot of time, in traveling, and all things are like avoided. I was just in my room and preparing. So what I think is the technology that Nataraj Sir used to handle these mentorship sessions and all. So this is like very much he used to do it like really well. So you don't actually feel the need to see him personally, see Natasha personally, and take the guidance. You don't feel a lot of difference, because uh, online thing is equally good, even better. Secondly, what I think is the test series that I enrolled. Lots of time, what happens is you take the test series, but before writing the test, you have to develop that capacity to write the test. And lots of students are not able to, come over that inertia, and they cannot write their first test. Same thing happened with me. I cannot write the test initially in my initial Vala period. So what Nataraj suggested me to write a few initial tests as an open book assignments. So when you write 2, 3, 4, 5 tests, seeing the test, but somehow you manage to answer like 20 questions. In subsequent tests, you answer more questions. So you gradually just remove that inertia of writing the answers for the thing. So I think that is something which is unique with this test series. Like basically, he is acting like your big brother than a teacher. It's not like that you are just going to a classroom and writing a test series and you're getting the feedback. So it's very much different from that. So this thing, and also I think all the things, especially the mentoring wala thing. Other institutes, you have dedicated staff for mentoring. They might not be faculties. They might not have very much technical knowledge about the subject. So here, but in this case, in Nataraj Sir's test series, all the things are led by Sir only. Faculty-led mentorship is there. Everything like whatever answers or technical points you have, doubts you have, you can clear it. So Sir used to do the same thing. Like he used to do all the things on his own. So yeah, this is something I think sets this test series different from the other test series. So Nataraj Sir's test series program will help you in the examination because the test series will expose you to wide variety of questions. In some way or the other form, you will encounter a variety of questions in the test series, which are quite similar to the questions in the examination that you will see. Like in the test series, we had questions related to PESA, we had questions related to forest policies. So when you see these questions in the examination and you know that you've already written answers on these topics, so that helps really build your confidence, and that also increases your momentum in the examination while writing the answers. Besides that, Sir, also what happens is we stumble on the confidence mostly because we think more about the results following. Like how much I score, how will I score, will it turn out good or not. So Nataraj Sir's philosophy was always there to focus more on your actions than the result. So this will keep you going, and you will have your preparation like ever going. So it also helps you to keep up your confidence. It keeps you busy also because you're focusing on your actions. Besides that, there is one more aspect, like it's the change of attitude that Sir used to focus on. Like what used to say, like after seeing the difficult questions or the irrelevant questions in the examination, maybe the tricky questions in the examination, people used to get scared, and it just lowers their confidence. But Sir's philosophy was to see the tough questions as an opportunity. Why? Because Sir used to tell in the easy questions, maybe like for sacred and profane, maybe for like ethnocentricity, if these kind of direct questions will appear, you might not get the opportunity to stand out from the other students. But in case of the trickier questions, you have a chance to really craft your answer, use your creativity, use various scholars' dimensions to craft answer which is unique, which is different, which brings perspective, and able to craft a decent enough answer, and it will give you the edge also over your competitors. So this shift of mindset of seeing the tough questions not as a block, but as a not as a roadblock, but as an opportunity for scoring more in anthropology is something which helped me to build the confidence. So the questions quality were like quite good, and they are like arranged in a very much systematic and graded manner. Like we have the whole test series divided into three parts, like level one, level two, and the FLTs. So if and every section has its specific role. Like for the level one, the test series focused more on the coverage of the subject. Uh, Try to cover more and more various topics from the syllabus. Level 2 and FLTs are more oriented towards the application wala part. They are little bit complex questions. You have to apply your knowledge, like whatever you have read for the level 1 test. So this is these are the like the quality of the questions. Besides that, if you see the current trend for the UPSC, they are like little bit more applied questions. Like this year in the paper 2, we have lots of applied questions. So PYQs are important. They are very much important. They are required, but they might not be sufficient. In such case, you have to have that exposure to various questions, and this test series do justice to that part. Like various aspects you will come across in this test series. Like for example, the demographic challenges questions we face that question in the test series, or the ethical issues related to genetics, and many questions like that. In the value addition, you get these things from the sir. So I think this is the very much questions. The quality are like very much oriented with what is being asked according to the current trend of the UPSC. Final advice for the fellow aspirants is that you have to utilize your time well. I would recommend the second half of the year, like after the prelims, maybe second half, like from July till December, you can utilize your time in preparing well for your anthropology, and your preparation for optional should be like very much solid before the prelims preparation, like before December only, because that will give you the edge over the other competitors. One more thing I want to highlight is that during that time the stress levels are little lower, so you can like really experiment things. Like as I was a part of the foundation class of Nataraj Sir, so what he used to do is he used to share the sample answers, sample copies of some of his bright students. He used to share those copies like in the class only, in the screens. Used to see like how these students are formatting the formatting wala part, how they are presenting their answers, like the specificities like inundations, or the boxing the scholar's name or underlining it like with a wavy line, something. So need not to copy all those things from the topper's copy, but you can take the inspiration from those copies, and you can experiment on their own. And these all things can be done not in those 3 months, because that 3 months wala time is like really stressful, because there's a huge mind occupancy is there for GS also, because there are like 10-12 subjects for GS you have to prepare. So this thing cannot be done during this prelims and mains gap. You have to do it in the a month of this, like July to December, somewhere around. You have to do these things. So this is the one thing that I want to advise people. Secondly, I would say ki this mindset wala thing in the examination. If you think you are prepared well, if you have followed your mentor's advice, if you have followed the process, if you have completed it, even not 100%, if you like 80-90%, you are done with that process, and you are being honest with your efforts. You have to have that confidence in the examination hall that if a question is tough for you, it is going to be tough for everyone. And what it will do is it will help you to calm your nerves. It will help you to focus on that particular questions at that very moment and not think about ki how the paper will go, how much I will score, and what will be the result. That things will fade away, and this will happen only when you have the confidence that your preparation wala part is very sound, very much sound. And yeah, the same thing, like if the question is tough for you, it's going to be tough for everyone. So I think this mindset in the examination will help the students to score well. So I will strongly recommend Nataraj Sir ka test series. Why? Because when you enrolled in this mentorship in this test series wala program, uh, a huge chunk of your preparation, that your you know great part of your brain goes for planning, like what to read, when to read, what topics you have to pick. So these planning wala part is taken care by the mentor, Nataraj sir. He takes care of this planning wala part, and only thing you need to do is to execute things. You have to have all your focus in executing. Like how can you make your day more productive? How can you use your time well, and huge chunk of that preparation, like the planning wala part, is taken care of, and you have to just focus on your work and executing those targets and the instructions that are being given to you.